There.
Oh, we're gonna do a time warp. You ready? Creating these buckles. Buckles. A little buckle. Buckle of the river. Buckles. There's buckles in it. Buckles. Well, the river created these buckles. Here. Welcome, Rogue Trotters. Thanks for tuning in. Got an exciting episode coming up. We went up on Lower Table Rock a couple times and took some aerial footage and just explored. Saw a lot of wildlife, some you've already seen. We want to peel back some layers of, geology, history, just to showcase this really special formation here in the Rogue Valley. And so I hope you enjoy the show, and if you do, please like and subscribe. Also, head to our website. We have a full service tour company where we go to everywhere you see in these videos. That's roguetrotter.com. There's a link down in the description, so make sure to check that out. All right, have a good week and happy trails. Whose skin is that?
I don't know. Could it be a rattlesnake?
Maybe Beelzebub. Who is out of their skin up here? I'll let those go. Bye-bye, lizards. That one is your friend.
Yeah.
He's like, it's nice and warm in your hand, though. Sweaty.
There. Oh, there's another one. See it?
Now they're pals. So, Arthur, we were talking about, right? those fence lizards that you love so much, they have an amazing adaptation where, what is it? Their blood is like an antidote to Lyme's disease for ticks, but for ticks only. So if a tick with Lyme's disease bites the fence lizard, then that blood will cure the tick of Lyme's disease, so that tick can no longer spread the disease. And that is rather amazing. I have heard this. I haven't verified it or anything, but I aim to. Anybody out there who can comment on the internet also could go be my guest, debunk my theory if you like. Maybe not theory, what is it, oral legend anyway. But the point is that something is going on with immunity in those fence lizards, and with regard to ticks and the Lyme's disease. So maybe it's, you know, evolution, maybe it's providence, but whatever it is, it's one of the deep mysteries of nature that seems like it's bound to be cracked any minute. They used to inject medicines into rabbits so that they could find out if a mammal could survive the injection of the medicine, right? Before they found out that horseshoe crabs have this amazing, perfect, like...
Blue blood.
Blue blood, exactly. That's like a perfect serum to prevent infection from intravenous injections, and that's amazing. Like, and then the horseshoe crab is extremely valuable. So Arthur's question was like, don't these fence lizards have some like way to make like an antibody for Lyme's disease in there? Yeah, and I don't know. It seems like that's a really good question for like an immunologist or something like that. Like, just kind of really interesting food for thought. Just like one of those things of like, you know, how many things are there that we don't even know about that are just right at our fingertips that can solve, you know, huge problems in the world. We were talking about this in a previous episode, talking about pine needle tea. You know about that, Arthur? Pine needles have more vitamin C in them than anything on the earth. They're the highest concentrated vitamin C. But the settlers who came to Oregon first, they didn't know that. And so if you don't get enough vitamin C, you get a disease called scurvy, and you'll die. People on board ships used to die of that too, for lack of vitamin C, but they didn't know what it was they were lacking. The settlers didn't know that all around them was the solution. By the metric ton, the solution for scurvy was just everywhere. All the pine needles in the forest. All they had to do is boil them. And the Native Americans told them, you gotta, hey, white man, you gotta boil the pine needles and drink the tea, or else, you know, and they're, oh, what do you primitive people know, you know? It turns out they knew quite a lot about survival in this continent. You know, so maybe either the solution is all around us, or somebody's trying to tell us what it is, but we're not listening. You know, we think we know better, or whatever. We think we know everything, and then we're not listening. So, right? There's the rub.
The lizard blood?
Yeah.
Is because it might kill the lizard? Because it's so small?
Yeah, to take its blood.
Yeah,
But you don't need much to make like a serum to make a culture of an antibody. You just like, you can make a culture of it. But maybe there's just something about it that it can't be cultured, or like nobody's ever thought of it. Maybe we gotta tell somebody, right?
Well, that's because we're making a video about it.
Yeah, let's make a video about it and put it on the internet. And we'll say, hey, we don't know how to do it, but maybe somebody else does. You know? And, you know, maybe there's somebody who could take this great idea and then give us royalties. Right, Arthur? You know what royalties are?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could get that. Sounds good, right? And then we could buy all the ice cream and pizza that we ever could want. Arthur asks me, very good question, that is lower Table Rock lower? And is upper Table Rock higher in elevation? And I always thought no, because when you look at this one from the freeway, it is so dramatic how it rises up out of the landscape, and it's these big tall cliffs, sheer cliffs, and it always seems bigger. Maybe it's bigger volume. I actually learned that upper Table Rock is actually a little higher, only by like about 27 feet. Hardly noticeable. But I thought about it, and I thought that makes perfect sense, because we are on a river of stone. This was once liquid magma pouring out of the mountains, filling up the ancient Rogue riverbed, and creating these buckles. A little buckle of the river. Buckles. There's buckles in it. Buckles. Well, the river created these buckles in a canyon, which was subsequently filled with lava. And it has to be lower because it's downstream from upper Table Rock. And this was liquid lava flow. So this is a river of stone, and liquid only flows downstream, downhill, as far as I remember, at least on this planet. Anybody knows a place where liquid flows upstream? Let me know. Now, geysers and all that stuff is out. That's out. Anybody know a river that flows uphill? Let me know in the comments. Something neat about Lower Table Rock is this airstrip that was here from the 40s through the 60s, a couple decades. You can see all the rocks are kind of moved out of the way. Everything's flattened out. You can only really see this from, an aerial view. But it's neat to think about old planes kind of zooming off this thing. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting tales, just in that. Some nuggets we'll have to unearth for you in a future episode. Look how rivers work. Got a bend right there, but that must be the new bend. The old bend came right through here. You can see the water, stagnant water there, and the new bend right over around it. So they cut themselves off like this one, this big bend over here with the woods. That goes around here. Someday, or maybe that's the new bend and the old bend went along the edge of the woods there. But now it's done doing that. The river picked a different path.